You see, an electoral body is meant to be completely impartial, so that as we go to elections, the most important, aspect of elections is fairness and, freedom. So we always say that elections must be free and fair. And for that impartiality to exist, and even the selection panel that we're coming up with must be able to put in place commissioners that are seen to be impartial. You saw the last election that clearly even a child of nursery school could see that the commissioners were not impartial. 3 commissioners were aligned on one side and 4 commissioners on the other side. So clearly that tells us that we need to be very careful about selecting our commissioners. So when we see interference in the selection panel where there are changes being made that in our opinion are not going to improve the kind of commission we have in the future, then we get concerned. And so that's why we have stated that as Azimio, we are not giving names for anyone to go and participate in an exercise which we believe even from the get-go is already skewed against us. Because at the end of the day, the likelihood is that there will be, we'll only have one person in that selection panel that will be leaning towards our side. But I want to just say that I think Kenya Kwanza needs to understand, because I feel that their thinking is really warped. Kenya does not belong to them. Kenya is an independent country. All of us are part of this country. And Kenya Kwanza must realize that what they have managed to get now is a reins of power so that they can steer the country to greater heights of prosperity. But what they have done is that they're taking control and trying to turn Kenya into a Kenya Kwanza state. Because look, even the public service, for the first time, we've seen politicians becoming PSs. How do you encourage the public service people that have gone into public service as a career to go up the ladder? Because if you're going to bring in outsiders to come and become their bosses, we understand the minister and the CS rather can come from outside.
Says that
but why?
The Public Service Commission is doing its work independently.
No, it's not. It's not. That's why we have all those PSs that were appointed that have obviously aligned to Kenya Kwanza. Some go and check the record of the people that have been appointed as PSs. You will notice that everywhere where there's a CS from anywhere outside Rift Valley, they have been given a PS that is from Rift Valley. Clearly, you cannot tell me that it was a coincidence that Rift Valley people happen to be the best people in becoming PSs in the Republic of Kenya. Clearly, I think the Kenya Kwanza government has lost the script, and the DP is very good because the DP is telling us the real truth, that their manifesto is to control the country and exclude everyone else. They are not uniting the country, and that's what any head of state must be the symbol of unity.
Your colleague was here yesterday, Senator Manzo, and he was talking about keeping off from the recruitment process. But I'm just wondering, so a commission will still be put in place based on the law, and there will be an election in 2027? Some
believe you me, that truth is the one we do not want. That is the reason why you find us anywhere in the streets shouting from the rooftops to tell this government, please stop. Let us sit at the table, let us agree on the future. Because
how do you stop a process that is guided by law? Today is day 7. Then the list has to be taken to the president of the selection panel.
Sam, let me tell you, if you remember in 2017, the reason why the former President Uhuru had to shake hands with Raila is because he refused to participate in the second election. And the turnout was a very paltry number. And so what happened is that he realized he didn't really have the mandate proper. That's why he had to reach out, and that's why they had to work together. Let me tell you, if we do not participate in the next election, whoever wins will not have the moral authority to run the country. And that is what we are saying. We are saying we must sit at the table and agree on a way forward. So even if they move on with this process, for us, if we don't participate, then we don't give it legitimacy. That is exactly what we will do. We don't believe it's legitimate. It might be legal, but we don't feel the legitimacy of this process. And that's why we are keeping off. Okay. Because we do not want a commission like the one we had before.